We are discussing a very important topic, and it has become more and more prevalent, it seems like, in the past few years. We're talking about hate crimes and bias incidents. And according to the Department of Justice, at the federal level, a hate crime is a crime motivated by bias against race, color, religion, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, or disability.
And in 2021, the FBI said there were more than 7,000 hate crimes involving 7,800 people, with the majority of those incidents happening because of someone's race. Now, joining us this morning to talk about what constitutes a hate crime is Anthony Lewis, the Director of Community Engagement for the Michigan Department of Civil Rights. Thanks for sitting down with us, Tony.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you. And we were giving the federal statistics, but we should be clear, you're a State Department.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
So talking about the word hate crime, there's this kind of thing that people don't understand, that there's a difference between a hate crime and a bias-based crime. So, can you talk about the difference between those things and how they work together?
Yes. Well, a hate crime, there has to be an underlying crime, for a hate crime. And basically destruction of property if someone burns a cross in your yard or something to that effect. It has to be an underlying crime. With a bias incident, it doesn't necessarily rise to the level of a crime. It could be racial slurs or something like that in a restaurant, somewhere where it doesn't necessarily rise to the level of a crime, but it has the same kind of effect on the community, same kind of effect personally or individually. So
one of the stories we talked about was that we led about a noose that was in, I believe, a Panera Bread a couple of weeks ago, and there was a lot of pushback about why the young people who put it there weren't prosecuted. So talking about that relative to
that wasn't considered a crime against a property or a person?
Well, you know what, I have to, in terms of every day, our prosecutors have that difficult decision in terms of what, looking at the statute and then determining whether this meets the level of that particular statute, because obviously there's intent. And also you have to, in looking at it as a student and looking at it in those ways, so I think that sometimes it's nuanced in terms of when our prosecutors decide whether this reaches the level of a crime. And then you have the additional penalty of it being an ethnic intimidation, part of our Ethnic Intimidation Act. So I wouldn't necessarily say it didn't rise to the level of a crime. I think our prosecutors have difficult jobs every day when they are trying to determine under the Act what fits, what is a crime and what's not, and you're dealing with a minor, so there's a lot of nuance to that.
And there seems to be a heightened number of hate crimes, racially and, ethnically. You've been in this business for a couple of decades. Are you seeing the same, or is it just getting more heightened awareness now?
I think more heightened awareness. Yeah. I'd say there's more heightened awareness now, which is a good thing, because with more heightened awareness, you have more accurate reporting, and then you can assess. Then you can put the resources necessary towards, towards working with our communities and working with our policing agencies and our schools, because you have a lot of these incidents with young people who are oftentimes they're impressionable, and so some of the things that they're doing, or they're mimicking other, they're mimicking other things or other people. They're doing these things without having a true understanding, in many cases, of the ramifications of their actions.
So what are the ramifications?
Wow. Well, from a criminal, from criminal, it could be criminal penalties, as you see with a Panera Bread in terms of arrest and criminal penalties, but also from a Michigan Department of Civil Rights standpoint, it could be filing a complaint of discrimination with our office, which could result in civil penalties. So there's a lot of different layers to the penalties, a very serious crime.
So as we get out of here, can you give the website or a number that somebody can call if they feel like that they've dealt with a bias-based incident, the web address or something, as we kind of close out?
Yes, please contact our michigan.gov/MDCR for Michigan Department of Civil Rights. We have a wealth of information on our website. You can also contact us. I'll give you our general number, 313-456-3700, which is our general direct number to our office, and you will receive someone who will answer the phone at all times. So, so just please contact us. If you have any questions, we have a wealth of resources, so please just contact us, and we'll be happy to help.
In terms of how your department is advocating in the community, things that are happening, is there anything specific you can share? I know we're running out of time, but I was just curious. Are there things happening to try to prevent this?
Yes, really quickly, we have a monthly series called our Hate Bias Awareness Series. It's a 90-minute virtual series that we do every month. We just had, our next one is March 23rd. It's a virtual series that we do 90 minutes. It's called Hate Bias Awareness, and different aspects of our hate and bias awareness.
good education for offices, schools.
Exactly. Yes.
All right,
our next
Tony.
one is our next one is regarding in school. So it focuses
Okay.
on our schools and different resources available.
Good deal. Thanks for
thank you.
joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks.